Hi guys, I think we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, everybody. My name is Albert Tan. Welcome to this session of tabsFolder 2.0 launch. And on my right hand side is actually a founder of tabsFolder, Kamil. Kamil, how are you?
Very good, Albert. Yourself?
Yes, I'm good too. So we are here again to do another session of this Facebook Live or webinar, and this time is special because we know that you have actually updated your tabsFolder app to 2.0. And before we actually start, let me do some housekeeping for the audience so that they can know what to expect, and also to show that when they comment, they can show their face and also photo. So let me project up the instruction.
Sure.
Okay, guys, can you please give permission to this Wave Video live streaming platform to show your profile photo and name while you're commenting by clicking the link on the what you call the projected link on the video. So let me see how many people are here now. Okay, on the right hand side of my chat, there is Cleven Chu, HM Suja, Healy Jun, Sujit Biswas, Latif Mia. Okay, that's good. I think people actually know what to do. And guys, if you think that if you can't hear us or don't see our video, please let us know in the video because we cannot communicate with you through voice. So this is important. I remember on one of the live stream, we have been talking about 5 minutes, but then the audience actually did not hear us. Okay, so that is something that to be aware of. So okay, Kamil, let me introduce this. You to the audience first because that's important because you are the most important speaker today, not me. I'm just doing the introduction. So Kamil, can you tell me where are you from? Why do you actually start up this tabsFolder app?
Sure. So I guess I'm kind of the company is based in Canada. It's called Synetra Corporation, and kind of the brand tabsFolders is the tool that we're building, and we've been building it for a few years. It started out with this when I was browsing the web a few years back. I had too many windows open in the browser, and my computer was slowing down tremendously. It was a big mess that the built-in bookmarks weren't doing it justice, because I wanted to save a whole window or several windows at the same time based on the project or kind of task that I was working on. So you couldn't do that. You couldn't do this in the browser in Chrome or Safari, etc. So I actually tried out an extension called OneTab, and OneTab helped out a little bit. That with one click of a button, you could kind of save all of your windows, and it would save them to bookmarks. But the problem was you couldn't open them up easily and manage them. So it saved in kind of like a folder or a window title, and then all the bookmarks below it, and it was just a very long list of bookmarks. So you couldn't categorize it. So that's where the idea for tabsFolders came. I mean, when you look at files and folders on your computer, you have a tree structure, and that's how people kind of manage information. That it's not just one long list. You categorize it in folders, subfolders, and kind of notes and tags, or tags and labels. So that's how tabsFolders developed for a more efficient way to manage your bookmarks. And now with 2.0, we are extending kind of that functionality into the team space, so that when teams collaborate, when you look at Dropbox, our interface is kind of modeled after Dropbox, so that users who use Dropbox and manage files, now we're bringing the same thing to managing bookmarks in a team. So when you save bookmarks into a shared folder, for example, for a marketing project for a client you're working on, the whole team can view that folder and make changes to it, add notes to bookmarks, create folders, etc. So that's the goal of tabsFolders 2.0. And it was just released that we were did a gradual rollout over the past 6 months. That first we added labels and tags, then we added notes, then we added improved the UI with like favorites, changing the color of folders and UI updates with dark mode. And then finally, the last piece of the 2.0 release came last week, Monday. And this is the real-time team folder sharing of bookmarks and live sync between different browsers for your team. So that's the history of tabsFolders and the status over the past year, the update.
Okay, no issue, So basically, but I do feel that you are a little bit nervous today, Kamil.
Just a little. It's always being live on TV. It's going out into the world, so a little bit nervousness, and with real-time demos, as you know, it's always Murphy's Law that if something can go wrong, it will. As per Steve Jobs' presentation, he was much better than I was at keeping calm, even though something went wrong in a demo, and to bypass it.
Okay, I hope I can calm down your nerves, So no problem. Maybe we should actually go into the details of your demo, whatever you want to show us. And maybe before you actually start, tell us about the pricing first, so that people know, because people expect some discount on this Cyber Week.
Yes. So starting with the release of tabsFolders 2.0, it was we timed it with Cyber Monday. So we released tabsFolders 2.0 on Cyber Monday, and with that we gave the best discounts we ever gave in the past for tabsFolders. And I can open our Facebook page.
Okay.
I don't have it in front of me right now, but basically it's 20, 40, and 60% off. When you buy the tabsFolders lifetime plan, I can actually show a quick demo. I'll zoom in here so that users can see this on the live stream. When you buy one lifetime code, it's the normal price, but when you buy 2, 3 lifetime codes or more, this will change at the end of the shopping cart. You will get 20% off. When you buy 5 codes or more, you will get 40% off. And when you buy 10 codes, you will get 60% off the listed price of $39. So this should be on the back end when you go to the checkout. And this is, like I said, our best deal because it coincides with Cyber Monday and the 2.0 launch. We're trying to push quickly ahead now that we've launched 2.0 to really start working on the new features faster and actually expand the team. I didn't go into that, so our team is currently 2 software, a front end and a back end developer, a marketing part-time marketing person, myself, and a UI UX person who works on also part-time. They're not full-time. So it's 4 team members with 2 full-time devs at the moment, and we're trying to. That's why we're doing the discount, because we're trying to increase the size of the team right now so that we can develop tabsFolders at a faster pace. Because I think with the 2.0 launch, we are targeting more now a B2B space, like small teams instead of just individual users. So teams of 10, 20 people. to use tabs folders with the team sharing, and that's why I think bringing on expanding the development team to help add features faster is the main goal now for tabs folders.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so maybe we can actually go into the demo in detail so that we know what actually has come about, you know, with the 2.0.
Sure. So first, we rebranded the website. As you can see, it's a new website with some more, pictures and information, and the pricing page is similar, but down here we have some kind of more information, the key features of tabs folders, on how you can monetize links with affiliate link sharing and management of that in tabs folders. So this is one use case where you could add a QR code to your video, which has a link to a tabs folder share. And let's say you have, 10 locations where you stream, or 5 locations where you post a video. You can have just one QR code in that video. And if you need to change any of the links, for example, affiliate links, or add or remove some links, you just do it in one place in tabs folders, and your users, when they scan the QR code, will always get an updated list of links. So this is kind of the public sharing feature that we had previously in tabs folders, but now you can also instantly share your research with sales teams. This is the second use case now, that with tabs folders 2.0. The system instantly synchronizes between the different accounts, shared folders for your team. So why don't I actually demo that here? So when you open tabs folders now, you have a new menu option on the left. It's called My Team, and when you go in here, you can invite users. If you have one or more accounts, because actually on AppSumo recently there was a user asking, that they don't see team sharing, they can't access it. Is it part of the product? And yes, it is. But of course, you need more than one tabs folders license to get team sharing. And if I may go back here. Here's the number of codes. With one code, you just have, it's a single user version. With 2 codes, you get 1 additional teammate and 3 guests. Guests are viewers in tabs folders. So we have editors are like full teammates, and viewers are guests. So as you see in this chart, kind of the more codes you buy, the larger your team size can be. So that's when you go in this screen on My Team, when you try to add a user and you don't have enough codes, you'll get a little kind of pop-up message stating that you have to upgrade your plan to purchase more codes to add this team member. You add a team member simply by typing their email. So new team member at folders. And then you set whether the team member can view or edit. As I was mentioning, an editor is a full team member versus a viewer is a guest. So you select what type of user this is supposed to be, and then you just click the Send Invite button. And the email is sent with notice that it's from tabs folders, and if you have an account, just click Accept to become a member of the team. And if you don't have an account, then when you click the link, it'll ask you to sign up for tabs folders. Let me see if I can. I think my screen dimmer just went on, so let me turn it off so that users can see the full brightness. I think it's over here. One moment. There we go. We're back to full brightness. Yes. Now when you invited, when you send the email invite, tabs folders, you will see this kind of little notice here saying that the user is invited, and until they click accept to join the team, the user will be in this status, and you won't be able to send them kind of share folders and bookmarks with them because they haven't accepted your invite. If something happens that for some reason, the user didn't get the email invite, and this could be either if the email is misspelled or there was some issue with their mail server that it didn't receive the email, all you have to do is click here, remove the user, and basically just type the corrected email in here again and click send the invite. So that's kind of team management when working with the new tabsFolders 2.0. This is the new team management feature. Now, once you've added members to your team, you go back to home and you can start sharing folders and bookmarks with them. And so I've created like a team sharing folder here that has kind of a few bookmarks and other folders. And so this is the main user, or the tabsFolders.com team owner. And he or she is using Microsoft Edge. So this user is using Microsoft Edge, versus in this window, this is the editor one team member, and they are using Chrome in one profile. And in this window on the bottom left here, we have a Chrome user profile 2, which is basically another user of the team. It's called editor 2. So we have editor 1 and editor 2 in this Chrome windows, and the team owner, tabsFolders.com, is in Microsoft Edge. What I want to show here is that basically you can be using tabsFolders in 2 different, or 5 different browsers at least, because we support Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Brave, Opera, and Vivaldi browsers, just off the top of my head. So your team can be using 5 different browsers and be synchronizing bookmarks and sharing bookmarks on 5 different browsers at least. So to share a folder, all I do here is click on a folder, right click, and click share. And you have 2 types of sharing. You have this public link sharing. So this is what we used to have in tabsFolders 1.0, where when you can share a link publicly with your friends, and the way you do that is you create link. And if you have 3 codes or more, you can use CNAME sharing. And that means that you can share tabsFolders links from your own domain. So right now, links are here shared from links.synetra.com. But you also have the option to share from tabsFolders.com. So I'm going to demo the links from synetra.com. You copy this link, and then when you open a new browser tab, you paste the link, and there you go. This is the tabsFolder public shared folder that we just shared. So that's how tabsFolders 1.0 used to work, and this feature also works, of course, in tabsFolders 2.0. Now, when we close that window, we can click done here as well, since we're done with that sharing, the public sharing. And now we can go back. So when you shared the folder publicly, it'll say shared. But now when you want to share it with your team for real-time editing access, you use this, the same, you click sharing again, the shared or sharing menu option from the right click. And here you type in your team members' names or email addresses that you want to share with. Now, as you see, I've typed ED or whatever. As soon as the first 2 characters that I start typing, tabsFolders will search the members of your team that have those letters in their email or name and kind of list them here. So since we have 2 members in our team with editor or ed in them, it just shows them. Once you select one, it appears in this email list, and then when you do the same thing and type ed again, it'll now only show you 2 because you've already added this editor to the field. So let's say we've selected these 2 editors. Now I want to click to notify these people, so they will get an email from tabsFolder stating that I have shared this folder with them, and I can type a little test message that'll appear in the email. So if you want to kind of inform them what this folder is about, so they know why they need to accept this invite, you can type your message here. And then you just click send, and tabsFolders will send this invite and add these 2 users right down here to the list of sharers or people who share are invited to share this folder. And then you click done, and after a few, kind of seconds, depending on server load, it could take up to kind of 30 seconds. The shared folder should appear in the shared with me folder on the guest or the other users' computers. Now, like I said, based on kind of size of folder and server load, this could take a few seconds. So oops, pardon, that some fan control popped up, but now let me just refresh this to see if it's synced. Okay, so I refresh it. Sometimes maybe that the notification didn't come through. We're working as a slight kind of step back. I wanted to make a note that we just released. This is the first version of team sharing, so there might be some minor bugs that you experience. And when you basically start and click on My Team, a pop-up on the right will state that tabsFolder's team sharing right now is in beta because it is the first release. And so any issues that you encounter, any minor bugs that either things aren't working or they're not working as you'd like them to work, perhaps, just make a note and send a support request to us, and we'll handle it, as quickly as we can to either fix it or kind of schedule it for the next release. If it's kind of like a feature request or change in the way you expect tabsFolders to work, then we will have to schedule it in the next release. But so right now I kind of refreshed the page, and as you see, the shared with me folder is now populated on editor 1 with the folder, and same with here with editor 2. So both of these users have the folder that I just shared with them with all the bookmarks. And let me just expand it here. And so that's kind of, this is the first step, but this is real-time sharing. Now, the benefit of this is right now, when I want to communicate something to the users, for example, I want to add a note and say that this folder is for our our holiday shopping. I click save. I don't have to communicate this in some kind of chat or whatever other system. It automatically synchronizes to this folder. So as you see here, right now, this little icon on the left, maybe I'll expand it. And I don't know if your users can see this. There we go. I think they can see it now. Or let me make this screen bigger. There we go. Or I think we're still on the left. So let me pull it over here. That's better. Users can see now.
Now you can see.
So great. So this is user kind of editor 2. And they have this folder, and in real time, the note that I entered, this folder is for our holiday shopping, automatically synchronized to this user's folder. So the benefit of this is now that, like I said, first, you don't have to use any external communication tool to notify users, because it's right on the kind of task or bookmark folder that you're working on, so bookmark or folder. But users, your kind of editors, can now enter either another comment to, let's say, to the owner. Please specify what budget is allotted. And when we save this, so this was editor 1, I believe, who made this comment. And when we go back to the folder here in the owners, hasn't synchronized yet. Let me just refresh to ensure that it synchronizes for the demo. No, not yet. So it's taking a little bit of time. But basically, as I mentioned earlier with Murphy's Law, let's see. Okay, still not there. So it will eventually synchronize. Like I said, in real time, or as in when you're working with this, it's not like a demo situation like here where we see that it has to synchronize within a couple of seconds, because it's not really a chat. It's kind of notes being added to the system. But anyway, so the goal is that when you write a comment from any of the users, this one item is updated across all the users, all the devices, and they should all see in a little bit of time, if everything kind of is working correctly with our bug fixes, that they should see kind of the notes appearing for everybody. And when you're moving kind of tasks around or making comments, you're working on the actual item instead of communicating about what you want to do in a separate channel. So that's kind of the big new thing in tabs folders, that previously sharing or updating like shared folders was only one way, so that if the owner shared a link publicly, if they did an update, it would be updated. But users had no way of kind of importing those bookmarks into their own collection or their own view of bookmarks like they do now. So this is the big difference in 2.0, that it's real-time collaboration versus previously it was kind of a push method where the owner could push updates, but all the other users would have to log back into the shared folder view to see any updates. Right now, it's kind of taken care of by the system under the hood, and the updates should be automatic, in both directions, based on what any user changes that are made from both sides.
Camille.
So
Camille.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. For this collaboration, I mean, it is actually real time, right? Or is there any definite delay of few seconds or whatever?
There is like few seconds delay, because it goes to our server, and then depending on how many systems are connected to the server has to send that push out to other devices. And so, yes, sometimes there's a delay of 5-10 seconds, 15, depending on what the server is doing. But it's near real time. So it's not a chat solution that you really need to see the response instantly. It's kind of a synchronization solution on the back end, that if you add a note to a folder, if it takes like 10, 30 or 15 seconds or something like that to update on all the devices, I think in this version of tabsFolders, we kind of that's the time frame, let's say, that it should take. We are working on kind of upgrading servers to make them faster and make it work in a more real-time fashion, as in, so that the updates are faster and faster, that hopefully we get it down to under 1 second. But as you know, that with that, there's a lot more costs involved. So right now we wanted to deliver this functionality so that it works. And going forward with tabsFolders 2.1, etc., we will be working on optimizing this so that it works faster and faster.
I think it's good enough,
That's the goal.
I mean, Kamil, I think this is good enough, for
Yes.
real time, I mean, of course, with a server limitation,
Exactly. Like I said, it's not like a chat solution where if you're typing something and you're waiting for somebody's response to be 15, 30 seconds, yes, then it would be annoying. But this is your kind of sending bookmarks, and you're not expecting a user to be sitting on the other end and to be chatting in real time on the using the notes functionality. That's not the goal of the notes functionality here. It's more, the goal is to add notes, and as I see, we do have a bug with this synchronization, I think, right now, but we will definitely fix this on the server after this live stream. But the point is that coming back, you type a comment, and the point is, when somebody else comes to this folder from in an hour, 2 hours, or whatever, and they click to work on this folder, they will see that the note is updated, or that the folder has been reorganized, subfolders have been added. So again, as long as this is there, or the results of your work are there in a few seconds, this is what matters to the other users, because we're trying to not make this like with chat, etc., that you're disturbed from your work, right? This should happen in the background, and when you're ready to come and work on this folder and either make changes, or as per this example where it's a shopping list and somebody drops in ideas for holiday shopping, then whenever you get to it, those ideas should be in this folder, and you can just scroll through them yourself. Open the folder, like you normally do with tabsFolders. Right click on it and open Bookmarks, and those bookmarks are opened right away. So you see there's 5 ideas for some kind of gifts for the holiday season. You can access them right away with 2 clicks, instead of having to go and do the research yourself. So it's the point of this sharing is for collaboration, where you can kind of share work, research, online research with your teammates, and perhaps get research from them, so you're saving time yourself. So that's the demo. Like, in essence, this is how team folder sharing works. Like I said, right now it's the first release of it, so there may be some minor bugs which we will be fixing as quickly as possible. But in general, the functionality is there, and that's the goals that it's supposed to reach, or how it's supposed to help in your daily life to save you time while researching on the internet. So, Albert, do we have any questions that we can go over? And maybe let's hide the screen, yes. The share.
Yeah, there are some questions asked. I can project it up.
Sure, but can you? I'm not sure how I can stop the screen sharing. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I can't remember who is this guy because he didn't give permission to. Okay, never mind. We just he's just asking, can you open a group in a one click? 4 tabs open in one click. For example. I think you can open every tab.
Yes. So basically, like I was showing, when you double click on a folder, it should automatically it should open. If you go into the options menu, you can actually configure this. That there's a default double click for folders and a drop down where it opens in a new window or opens in the same window. So all those tabs in the folder will open in a new browser window or in the same one. But basically, double clicking on a folder will open all the contents of that folder. Of course, one level, the first level. So when you have a folder with bookmarks in it and you double click on it, all those bookmarks will open. If you have a subfolder though in that folder, that subfolder will not open because basically, you could have a lot of windows and bookmarks. However, we do have that option that if you want to open a folder and all of its subfolders in different windows, you can right-click and open a session. And when you right-click and open a session, that will open all the bookmarks and all the folders and their bookmarks, etc., which could be quite a bit. I've once opened about 30-40 windows with 500 bookmarks. So
I think that depends on your.
Is also there.
Kamil, sorry, that depends on your browser. Resources. Sometimes too many, your browser will crash.
Exactly. So yes, if your computer has a lot of memory, you can open more windows. But if it doesn't, then your browser will start overloading, and it'll just freeze. Your computer will freeze. An option though, one of the features of tabs folders though is snooze functionality, and you also can configure that in the options menu. And what that does is when you open a window, you can set a timeout of like 1 minute based to several hours, and tabs folders will automatically put those tabs to sleep. That if they're not focused, if you're not actively working in them and they're in the background, after a timeout of 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the tabs folders will put them to sleep, and then you will actually save computer RAM and processing power. So you'll be able to open more tabs in your browser while you're working. Like if you don't feel like saving them, right now, even if you do feel like saving them, or let me rephrase that. If you're just doing research on a specific topic and you open like 10 tabs, but you're reading one and you get locked into that article that you actually want to process or read the whole thing, and it takes you 10 minutes, while the other ones will be snoozed so that your computer isn't wasting memory and CPU power and electricity, really, because if the harder your processor works, the more electricity it uses. So that's the benefit of the snooze functionality with tabs folders. And we have support articles on our support website. If you're interested in that, just type in tab snoozing in support.tabsfolders.com. There's a search box, and you can find out about that functionality.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, before we go to the next question, let me post a link so that they can go into the survey form where actually to participate in the giveaway, so that I can actually get their name from the spreadsheet later. So I will just put up the link. So guys, this is the link. Go downloadsilo.com/tabsfolder giveaway. Click that link and you will be led to a survey form. Answer 3 questions. What is your Facebook URL? What is your Facebook name, as well as your email address? And with that, you will be entered into the giveaway. So we will get the names later at the end of the Facebook Live to draw the 5 LTD prices for you guys. So thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, so let's move to the next question. This question. Yeah, Charles, you was confused with your competitors, tabsFolder and tabs.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, sometimes I was confused. Yeah, because
yes.
I use that interchangeably. So sometimes also I confuse which one I save into,
Yes, yes. So tabsFolder, yes, it is our competition, and they're focused on kind of a UI and saving kind of notes, and it's a different kind of Kanban, I believe, interface for saving bookmarks. We're more focused on kind of the old as in the 3 folder structure with tags and labels, because I think most people, are familiar with saving files in a kind of directory tree, and that's why we chose this interface, because most of the world is really familiar with this. That when you use a computer, and since Microsoft Windows 2.1, I believe, that's why we chose this as a first interface. In the future, we are looking to add more management interfaces, like perhaps Kanban or mind maps to tabsFolders. But yes, our competition is going from that angle. And again, it's just like Android and iOS, or Apple phones and Android phones. There's differences in how they work, and so you choose the product that suits your needs more.
Okay, the next question by Mohan is, what's the difference in purchasing from tabsFolder site and AppSumo?
Very big difference for the next week, 60% price difference. On AppSumo, the deal is not available. I think they had a Black Friday deal of a few % off, but it was Black Friday. We launched tabsFolders 2.0, after that. So on tabsFolders on our website, you get the big discounts of the 20, 40, and 60% off based on the amount of licenses you buy. If you just buy 1 license, well, then it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same on AppSumo as it is on tabsFolders. But if you buy more than 1 license, then you're going to get a better deal on the tabsFolders website, as this discount is only available on our website.
Okay. So follow up on the last question on the snoozing. So is there a way to schedule opening too? This question is asked by Vijay.
Thank you, Vijay. Yes. So currently we don't have an opening feature, because snooze is not really it's not saving bookmarks to like a folder. It's just snoozing the tabs. It's like a kind of a browser feature. I assume that I understand that what you want to do is you have a folder of bookmarks, and you want tabsFolders to automatically open those bookmarks at a certain date and time. For example, at 9 a.m., you open your project scheduling or your day scheduling calendars, etc., for work. So I think if I'm understanding your idea correctly, but I would love for you to kind of write us more about this idea. If you go to roadmap.tabsfolders.com or tabsfolders.com, World Wide Web, tabsfolders.com/roadmap, you will see our roadmap, and there you can add your comments and ideas. And why I suggest you go there, because in the note, when you're adding the idea, it would be great if you kind of write more information as to how you would like this to work. Because I mean, I said kind of what my interpretation is of your idea at this moment, but I'm not sure if I got it correctly. So if you go to roadmap.tabsFolders.com, you should be able to add your idea. There's a kind of tab called Ideas, and there you can submit a new idea. Because I don't believe we have had this idea on the roadmap. You can see if it's on the roadmap, and if it's already there, what you want to, the functionality, then instead of adding a new idea, just upvote it, because each idea that users submit and users vote, then we see, you know, how popular it is and how many users are interested in this feature, and that's how we kind of do our planning for new feature development. So,
okay, the next question is from Build Up. The difference between team member and a guest.
Hello, Be Loud. Thank you for the question. So the difference between team member and guest is it's editor and viewer in essence. So in the actual product in tabsFolders, we call it a little bit different when you're inviting a user to be a part of your team. Because we thought it'd be more clear. So an editor is a person who can actually edit, add notes, you know, move bookmarks around in a folder, add bookmarks to that folder, versus a guest can only view. So the folder is synchronized to their device in real time, but they can't actually make any changes to that folder. So this is, you know, if you want your team to have access to what you're putting into the folder in real time, that any updates, if you add more bookmarks, etc., they will see them, but they won't be able to change anything, because editors can add, edit, and delete bookmarks as well. So, you know, it's a control mechanism for the team owner to kind of allow some users to be editors, to have full access, or some, while other users can only view the folder that you shared with them, and they aren't allowed to make any changes.
Chaitanya is asking, any improvement in UI and UX?
UI, UX. So the UI is totally changed from the kind of 1.3 release, as in, you know, we have the quick access menu items on the top, where we have starred, recent items, recent tabs. We have moved the menu to the left. We also have a quick save option now, that when you click on the tabsFolders icon in your browser, it automatically saves the bookmark that you're onto your inbox. And you can also save right from that kind of pop-up window into tabsFolders. So this was a big complaint as per, you know, UI UX by users, that previously when you save the folder, it would open up tabsFolders and take them away from the current page that they're working on. So if you wanted to save to a specific folder, it would open up tabsFolders, which took you away from the window that you're working on. So this is a UI UX improvement that was actually implemented in version 1.7, 1.8. So there have been quite a few UI UX improvements over the past 6 months, so I'm curious what you mean by any improvements in the UI UX. We have been improving and changing the UI UX over the past 6 months quite extensively. We're definitely, I mean, we'll keep on doing this, because, you know, UI UX, as you add a new feature and you see kind of how users are utilizing it, sometimes it may be not the way you were expecting. users to use it. So we are definitely working on improving the UI UX constantly. But yeah, we have been adding a lot of work into kind of UI UX improvements. But it's always a toss up, a balance, where we have to work on features, and then we have to work on kind of improving the usability of the current features. And so we're trying to balance this as much as we can, obviously with the amount of resources that we have as well, right? It's always, we'd love to kind of build a Ferrari, but we have to have the money to do that. So sometimes you have to take a step-by-step approach and pick the features that you work on if you don't always have unlimited budgets, as no business has unlimited budgets. Well, unless you're Uber, perhaps. But
Kamil, listen to me. Let me tell you my opinion on this UI UX. The problem with some of our what they call LTD community members, because a lot of them are agencies owners, so they place a lot of emphasis on UI and UX because they design for people. They expect the same thing, from the founders as well, So I mean, this is something good actually. But then, I mean, as you said, UI have to be balanced with the UX, So if you don't balance it, if you have a very good UX, but then you don't have a good UI, vice versa, it's so good to have problem. So this is something that don't take it too seriously,
No.
in the sense,
No, I mean, I agree. Like, the comment is valuable. I just wanted to state that we have been improving things, because sometimes when you see the I don't know, you saw tabs folders maybe 6 months ago, or and then you come to it now. I didn't demo all the new features that we did in the UI UX, like including dark mode, etc. That was released with 1.7, because we went over that previously when we did those launches. So right now, I'm kind of demoing the main 2.0 features, which are team sharing, and also like a UI UX feature that quite a few users voted for, and that's why we added it in 2.0. But I forgot to mention it. Is that the colors of folders? That right now, when you add a tag to a specific to any folder and you select the color, that folder will actually change color to match the tag color that you selected. So this is a little, UI UX feature that we've added in 2.0, but I think it's more of a minor change compared to the team sharing functionality that I want to demo more. But yes, I think there are a lot of UI UX feature updates, and we definitely will continue to improve this. The ideal of UI UX is that you would never need any manuals or any help documentation, that the app or the software should be so intuitive that everybody, even a 5-year-old child, could use it. And that's obviously the ultimate goal that we're shooting for. But in the meantime, when we're trying to hit that goal, we are doing kind of incremental UI UX improvements in the tool, so that we also don't change the whole interface every 2 weeks, right? So
okay.
So that's our internal process on UI UX.
Yeah, let's move on to the question on SMTP features. Is it live or?
Yes, it should be. If you have enough codes, if you have 5, I think there was a bug in 2.0 that you need actually 6 codes. We already filed it as a bug, and it'll come out. The fix will come out in the next release, where you need 6 codes instead of 5 to actually activate it. But yes, it should be working. That if you have 6 codes and you add the SMTP server and all your kind of information there, it should be working. If it isn't, please let us know, because this is actually an older feature from tabsFolders 1.7 7 or something, and it should be working. So if there's any issues, please file a bug report, and we'll look into it right away.
Unlimited workspace.
Yes, I think that's the workspace thing is a feature that it's not actually there yet. We were planning to add it in the future after team folder sharing, and right now we're wondering if we're kind of debating the usability of this feature, as in some tools have this, that you have teams and kind of workspaces. So this is a question mark. It's actually, we're debating this, whether the community really needs this functionality right now. And so it's a question. So I think we had it like unlimited workspaces would be that if you if you have a team and you want to kind of separate what access the team has to different folders, etc. / you have like a personal workspace and a work workspace, and so that you can't mix and match folders or teams between the two. But I think we're looking at more in future releases to simply change the permission structure of team members and accomplish the same goal. So bill out if you're really looking for kind of workspaces and you have a use case why you need that. If you could write to us, please. We're currently taking feedback from users on this to see kind of the real needs of our user base for workspaces.
Okay, thank you. So Latif is asking, yeah, you want to say
password
something?
management.
Yeah.
Yes. So password management was scheduled for kind of 2023, and it's coming soon. So what currently you can share passwords, because basically users, the use case for users was this, that when they share a folder with links with their teammates, for example, it's like in a company onboarding scenario where a new team member joins the team, and instead of sharing in like a text message or whatever a link and then a username and password for each link, they wanted to share with tabs folders a set of links and passwords already included with that. So you can do this currently by simply adding a note or a tag to any folder or basically bookmark. And when you share that bookmark, in the tag or note, you can have a username or password. So technically, it's already there. We are looking to perhaps improve this, that the passwords could be encrypted in the share, that we have a special field for user and password, like a special note. But we're also debating on how to implement this, because if you share one set of one folder with 5, let's say, bookmarks with 3 team members, what passwords do they see? Is it one password for all the team members, or based on each share, do you have a different password? So we're kind of analyzing how this functionality needs to work right now. In notes, you can share passwords right now and share the information with your team members, and it'll work, because you can just say, for each team member they have one password or a different password, but they'll be in the same note. So another option to get around that is that when you have a folder, you could simply copy and paste the links in tabs folders, that you make copies of the onboarding folder for each new user, and in the note you type the passwords for when you get a new team member, you type the passwords for the new team member in the note, and they have the same links but a different note. So that's one way to kind of share passwords with your teams. For different team members, they will see different passwords if you just copy and paste the bookmarks, that you make a copy in tabs folders and share one folder with one team member, another folder with a second team member, etc.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think this is, I mean, automatically
yes.
migrated.
Yes, in Chrome, basically, when you have the extension installed, it automatically updates when we release a new version, and so you are automatically updated based on again if you have installed tabs folders previously and have a license. The license will, of course, is also updated to tabsFolders 2.0. Any plans for a Firefox plugin? I think I'll say the short version is no. When you look at the browser market, Firefox is just going downhill, that there's less and less people using it. The top browsers are Chrome, that has around 60% of the market. Safari has 16% of the worldwide market. And then Microsoft Edge is starting to climb up in market share as the third one. So these are our browser priorities. So if we develop a new browser plugin extension, as in we go to another platform, Safari would be the platform that would be first, because they have the largest market share. And Firefox, from our experience, because we kind of used to be on Firefox many years ago, but they were changing internally the code base, so that we would launch tabs folders, do our own build, and then a week later or 2 weeks later, it suddenly stops working because Firefox changed some code internally that they didn't bother to mention to the developers of extensions, / we were being forced to constantly update the extension, versus with Chrome and Chromium-based browsers, there's no such issues. Technically, you could run tabsFolders 1.0 on your Chrome browser today, and it would still work. And this is amazing. That I don't know why Firefox can't stick to the same kind of standards as Chromium-based browsers do. So. What's the roadmap for tabsFolders 3.0 and beyond? I believe back in July we posted this. If you go onto our Facebook page, in June or July of this year, we had a post about kind of our roadmap going forward for 2023. And so I think tabsFolders 3.0 is there. There's a lot of features that we really kind of we're starting to focus on teams, and making it easier for teams to work together, to onboard employees. So like I mentioned, where passwords is one of the key features of that, where when new team members join your team, you can very quickly share the key assets they need to access with links in tabs folders. And it's in 2 clicks. You share all the bookmarks that the user needs to be aware of or needs to use in your company. And the huge benefit of tabs folders as well is that you can update them in real time. So if you switch from, for example, tab extend to tabs folders, you could just update the link in your onboarding folder, and right away all your team members, including new team members that just joined the company, would have this updated in their kind of resources folder that they need to access daily. So those are kind of some of the features, that it's onboarding, passwords, and as we get as we get more kind of enterprise clients, we will see there's obviously single sign-on. That's a big thing for enterprise clients. So we plan to be heading in that direction, with tabsFolders 3.0. So check out the roadmap on the post for tabsFolders in July. There's a very nicely laid out graphical roadmap as to our plans for the upcoming versions, based on, of course, user voting, those plans may change, but in essence, that's the kind of view for the next 6 to 12 months for tabsFolders development.
Yeah, Camille, Juster was asking, where where to choose the one-click action. Can you show the share screen again?
Sure. Let me maximize this and expand. Hold on. There we go. Is this more visible now? Yes, looks more visible. So when you go on this menu here on the left, you click Options, and then here, default double click for folders and default double click for tabs. So double click for folders is open in a new window or open in the same window, and same thing for tabs, open on a new window or the same window. So that's just where you can change the default double click action. A single click is basically a single click. So let's see, if I chose Chrome Web Store, double click, it opened right now in a new tab. The same thing for the folder. If I double click, it opens a new window. So sorry, that was opening in a new window. That's what they're set for. You can also, however, do a right click, and here you can select Open Bookmarks. And for a tab, I believe you have the option to open in a new window or the current window. So that's two ways that if you set your default to do one thing, you can always right click and select if you want to do something else, if you want to open it in the current window or a new window. So right now I can open in current window, and as you see, tabsFolders opens the bookmark in the current window. So that's where all your options are as well. When you kind of the snoozing that I mentioned earlier, it's down here. When storing default session history, pardon, we're snoozing. Am I missing snoozing? Sync open. Here we go. Tab snooze. So it's right now it's set to never, but as soon as you set it to, like, for example, 10 minutes, you get more options that pop up below, whether you want to snooze pinned tabs or not, snooze tabs that are playing audio snooze connected to the internet, and you also have a whitelist where you can type something like meet.google.com. And then Google Meet video conferences that you're on will not be snoozed by tabsFolders. And finally, on the bottom options, let me make this a little bit smaller, maybe, because so that I could kind of get an idea or see what I'm doing. So CNAME sharing, this section will become available when you have 3 or more codes. SMTP sharing, currently it's kind of, like I mentioned, 6 codes. It should be at 5. So in the next release, it'll be available at 5. And then white label, which is at 10 codes. But this functionality right now, it's not fully released. So there is a bug basically that it's not saving these, and we are aware of it as well. So right now we're just collecting the logos. That was the goal for tabsFolders 2.0, to start collecting logos. And as soon as we fix the saving of them, then this will be working. But the point is that once we collect enough logos from users, we will be testing them for the sharing page, because that's what white label is, the sharing page that I previously demoed. And let me get back to that and show you again. So we create the link, copy. So on this page, that basically, instead of having the tabsFolders logo, you will have your own logo. So when you share links from your domain with your target audience, you will also be able to have your own logo here, so that it looks like, you know, you're sharing from your own domain, your own ecosystem. And there, well, it's basically, again, branding, that if you want users to see your brand on the sharing links, that will be available with white label in 2.1, tabsFolders 2.1.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we have gone through almost all the questions have been asked, you know. So if guys, if you have any other question you want the answer immediately here, please ask again, you know, so that we can answer this question before we actually go for the giveaway draw. Okay, I think there's no more question. So let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, this is a familiar wheels of name. Today we have 5 prizes from Camille, and each prize is actually 2 code, you know. So it's actually a 2 code LTD, so that you can actually enjoy some benefits, you know. So before we actually start, let me shuffle the name and see that, you know, so that you can actually make it more randomized, you know. Okay, so I will spin 5 times. So the winners, please type your name in the chat when your name is announced, or else we have to spin again, you know, to finally get the winners. Okay, let's go. Ankit Disit. Are you there, Ankit Disit? If you're there, please.
Bravo, Ankit.
Okay, let me check whether are you there. Yeah, I saw your name. Congratulations, Ankit. Let's remove your name. Next one, let's shuffle. Let's go. Make it fast. Luke Lim.
Congratulations, Luke.
Actually, there are 2 Luke here. One is Luke Coleman, one is Luke Lim. So make sure that, you know, we have the right person. Luke Lim, if you're there, please type your name in the chat, or else we have to give it to another guy.
Else we'll have to type, "I am your father," Luke.
Yeah, because sometimes people
for
just
those who saw Star Wars.
Some people go for toilet break. Some people just left, you know.
Yes. Luke, are you there?
Can somebody ping him, you know, just type his name, and then he might be in the toilet or maybe somewhere else. I'm not sure. So guys, everybody just ping him, tag him in the comment.
There we go. He just answered Luke Lim, right?
Yeah, sometimes I also confuse,
Yeah.
you know. So your name is Luke Lim by Facebook. Now you type your name as Luke Alexander Lim. So which is which? Okay. So yeah, I mean I'm just joking.
So thank you, Luke. Glad you're with us.
Okay. So
Congratulations on the win, and now the next one.
VJ. What? Two VJ. VJ Anand. So it's not a VJ.
Congrats, VJ.
VJ Anand should be around.
Yeah, I think he just wrote above calling for Luke. Looks like he's there.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. There we go. Yep.
Yeah,
Congrats,
because there are
VJ.
two VJ. There's one is a VJ Matani Real Estate, you know, so this is a different guy. Okay, congratulations,
Yes.
VJ Anand. Thank you. Let's move to the fourth prize. Let's shuffle. Let's go. Bill out. Congratulations, Bill out. You asked a lot of questions.
Congratulations, Bill.
Bill is from France, right? I believe.
Well, he did ask. There we go. Bill is here. Yep.
Yeah. Congratulations. Okay, this is
Congrats,
the last
Bill.
prize. Guys, this is the last one. And hope that the best guy will win. Okay, let's move. Pravas or Luke. Luke Coleman. So the two Lukes are actually very lucky. Both of you are prizes. But please type your name, Luke Coleman. Guys? Yes.
There we go. There's Luke. Thank you, Luke. Congrats.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Before we actually end, let me say something because I mean we have to thank the the sponsor and the speaker is Mr. Kamil. Oh, let me.
Thank you, Albert.
Yeah.
Thank you for hosting.
Yeah,
it's been
always
pleasure.
my pleasure to host you because when we have a host, I think one or two before in our group, and I think the other guy I can't remember, the hoster. He hosts many of them in my group as well, together with you.
Bruce.
Bruce. Bruce. So
yes,
now I remember his name.
Yeah,
he hosts quite a number of Facebook Live as well. Okay, so guys, today we have actually gone through quite detailed in the tabsFolder 2.0, and we are happy that Kamil has actually improved his platform, and we hope that more will come along, so that we have tabsFolder 3.0, tabsFolder 4.0,
exactly.
More. And
looking forward to it.
Yeah. So guys, if you think that this is something that you need, go ahead and buy it. If not, then you can always come back again. See whether we have another giveaway or maybe another Facebook Live again in the near future. Okay, guys.
There's also the free version that you can try out. There's a 2-week trial and basically a free version for a limited number of bookmarks. If you don't have a team, you just want to use it by yourself, give it a try. Download it. It's free to download, etc., and use for kind of small numbers of bookmarks. So go ahead and thank you again, Albert.
Yeah, thank you, Kamil, and see you again. Bye bye, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching. See you.